We are going. I'm gonna post this link here. I'm gonna post this link here, and we're good. We're live. I don't have. That was my dog whining. I don't have my webcam today, so you're just gonna have to look at this image of Post Malone wearing the helmet from the Skyrim cover. And we may or may not talk about E3 related things today. I'm not really sure. But what I am sure of is that I'm going to play the intro, and it's going to go right now. Oh, nope, it's not going to go right now. It's going to go after I move this image down. Now it's going to go right now. It is actually playing. Haha, don't believe us. Okay, intro over. That's good enough. And music on. So, E3 things. Let's go on and get on that subject before we lose it. There were some things that were interesting. I didn't watch a lot of the coverage, honestly. I just looked at the highlights. Well... fair. There are a few things that look interesting. Obviously, everyone's talked about the Fallout game. There's a new Halo game. There is... rumor has it that it might be coming to PC. Well, they use a new engine called the Slipspace engine, and it honestly looks insanely beautiful. Right? There's also a new Doom, which I'm absurdly excited for. Oh, they can't hear me? Oh, they can't hear you guys. That's weird. Because everyone else is showing up. Let me listen to the stream real quick. Oh, that is really strange. I don't know why no one can hear you, because it's showing you guys in OBS. Oh, that's weird. Okay, well, let's try and add another source then, and figure out why this isn't working. I did get the Windows update. Audio output capture.
They fucking... my Razer Ripsaw needed to update. Everything needs to be fucking set back up in OBS as far as which sound devices it was capturing.
Are we good? Are we capturing them now? Can anybody... let's just listen to the stream real quick.
Hello? Fucking anybody? Set back up in OBS.
Anybody?
Okay, I think it's working. I think everything's working.
Sweet
yeah, okay,
news.
we're good. Music starts back up. I'm gonna find it. Where is it? Hello. Here it is. Sorry about that beginning then, everyone.
I wonder if it's the music that's fucking it up.
I don't think it is.
No, it's just... it was a Windows update and OBS is just shitting the bed.
Anyways, I'm personally not excited about Fallout. I think... I don't know. The no NPCs, no... like, on-terminal use. I don't know.
What is this Cyberpunk 2077? Because that looks also interesting.
Have you not seen the trailer for that? Oh my god.
No, I haven't. Should we...
You literally stop this podcast.
I got sent a link to it, so should I just put it up on here?
Go watch it.
I'll just put it up on here. I'll put it up on the stream.
I read one tweet. Someone screenshotted a tweet of a guy complaining that it was, oh, they're just going with the tropes of Cyberpunk. Because it's all Cyberpunk.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm pulling it up.
Cyberpunk is pretty much tropes anyways.
Let's see. Window capture.
I want to watch it again. It's fucking...
Firefox.
Don't play that.
Don't play it? Is that what you said, Josh?
Not on stream.
Why?
Can he not? I mean,
it might qualify as fair use, but I could also see where it wouldn't qualify as fair use.
I'm just gonna play it.
DMS has got such good luck with all these things anyway.
In 2077,
Good
they
point
voted
there.
my city the worst place to live in America.
Ooh.
Main issues, sky-high rate of
Oh,
violence,
shit, now I gotta turn the
and
stream
more
noise
people
on.
living below the poverty
Everybody
line than
shut up.
anywhere else.
Okay, that actually looks really cool already.
Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. The city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going. It's a city of dreams, and I'm a big dreamer.
Like, I don't know how I would play this game, but I want to play it.
Right?
I feel like VR would be awesome.
Oh, I'd buy VR if this is like Grand Theft Auto, but first person. I want that car for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah. Kind of reminds me of an old Pantera.
Okay, I'm gonna pause that. This, the first thing that comes to my mind is it's like Grand Theft Auto meets Deus Ex.
Yes, yes. It's the most someone who likes cyberpunk made a game, and they put it in the year 2077, which they always too early on those years. It's like Back to the Future 2 is 2015,
Right.
and there's flying cars.
Do 2025 or not 2025. 2225.
Yeah, 21, 19. Maybe 100 years, maybe.
That's pretty insane.
It's kind of
So-
weird to think about that, like, fucking brand new Mustangs are gonna be classic cars in 20 years, 24
God, you're
years.
young.
It's kind of
No,
scary. Then there's the new Doom, which
this
I'm
is the thoughts of
exceptionally
young
excited
people?
about. I know I already mentioned that, but like I love
Yeah.
Doom.
Doom is
I
pretty
haven't finished I haven't finished Doom
Why have you
I've been
finished
playing
it?
it.
like,
because
it's
here's the
not
thing.
a
I
great game. It's just really fucking fun.
A, I suck at games. B, if I never finish it, I never run out of Doom. So now there's a new Doom coming out, I can finish it. I would literally start it up every month and play like an hour, and I usually use it to test headphones and shit. Like, alright, it's time to see how these work in gaming.
Doom
Oh,
is just
fucking Doom.
fantastic. It's just so good.
Grand Theft Blade Runner. That's a good one. That's a good one. I can approve that fucking statement.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really watch the E3 coverage, but everything that I've seen, not everything, but a lot of things I've seen, I've been very interested in. New Super Smash Bros. What we just watched, that Cyberpunk, that looks awesome. A new Halo and a new Doom, and those are all things that are very relative to my interest.
I played the first Halo on the PC years ago, and not a single one after that. Then Red vs. Blue became a thing, and I watched it show, and then anything that happened with Halo and online, I didn't care. Give me single player fucking Halo on my PC. Let me play a game for 15 fucking hours and give me another one next year.
I'm also excited
here.
for Elder Scrolls 6. Just have to bring that one up. Just plant that in there. No, you two don't care.
That's the, I'm gonna pull this up too, just because I want you to see how beautiful these visuals look. I sent you guys both links to it, but I'm gonna pull it up on the
It
stream
looks
also.
delicious.
Let's
Oh,
just
the
go
Halo?
on and let's
I
just
I watched it. It was like, oh shit.
let's just go on
Now,
and
here's
push our
the
luck a
thing.
little
An
bit.
open world Halo where you could walk around that entire ring would be fucking sick.
Here we go.
It's doable. It's doable.
I'm playing it now. I'm not gonna play the volume high up because I want to be able to talk over it, but like the YouTube is frozen.
Yeah, because that actual anneal cylinder really isn't that big, right? Or is it supposed
Here
to
we
be
go.
like gigantic?
I think it's supposed to be gigantic.
Oh, it's big. It's got to be like 40 miles around or something. It was I forget. I think I remember saying it. Like what the diameter was, what the
it's not that
circumference was.
wide, so I feel like you could, like a game developer might be able to do that without it having to be like procedurally generated.
I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's a whole lot to deal with. My thing is just the visuals in this looks like it's headed to PC. Because everything
It better
looks...
be.
Here, let's
Why
just...
would things not be? They're not selling any who cares about consoles?
I mean,
Drop
I care
it into
about them a
fucking
little bit.
Steam and sell it. I don't give a flying fuck if every console on Earth exploded into flames and burned down every house of every console user on the Earth. I'm sorry, did I say that?
That was a lot. Look, I mean, this looks like PC to me. Also, I love that they... Right there, bringing that back. Where is it? They brought back the classic Halo helmet. The classic Halo armor. Or more close to that style. This is like more like the old style Forerunner architecture here, and everybody's been crying for that, and I'm like really excited
Again,
about
I'll
that.
say this: I played the single player, so I only ever saw that when I put it on in the first game, and then I never saw it again.
Fair. It looks like it's more of the style
right there,
of the old Halo.
right there.
Yeah.
That shitty car bounce. Fuck this game already. Can games please get like physics right for vehicles? I mean, Half-Life. I gave a pass for Half-Life 2, then Half-Life Episode 1, then Episode 2, and I'm just like, can we please have cars that don't run on like magic? Jesus. It was just, I watched his entire trailer and how beautiful it was. Then it showed that buggy just like insta bouncing up and down. It's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Because it's just a trailer, I guess.
Set to 1G.
It was like it was fast forwarded and gravity was 700 times normal.
Who
Yeah, you
knows,
better
man?
leave,
I mean,
Josh.
gravity's
Stab
probably
you.
really weird on a giant spaceship
Well, no, if
ring.
you spin the ring, that's the whole point. That's why you would build a ring. That's why it's a legit concept. If you spun the ring, you'd induce gravity
Right.
because you'd be getting thrown downward. And the bigger the ring, the more stable you could make it. That's why the Earth is pretty good at it.
I mean, the people that built it died like a bajillion years ago, so who's to say that it's spinning at the perfect speed? Oh, here we go. The Halos of Halo have a circumference of 19,520 miles.
There you go. Nice and tiny. Teeny, teeny, tiny.
Yeah. Oh, here's a comment. Off topic. Need a recommendation for open back headphones, $300 to $400 budget. Thanks. What are they for, and what are you going to be doing with them? Like gaming or
Fun or serious? That's basically
like
all it is.
analytical or something laid back, or do you like
Close
warm
back
or bright?
M1060Cs with the backs taken off, or like I'm editing music 1990s, which
Yeah.
is too expensive.
1990s would be $100 more. So that's something that we need to know.
660s. Well, how much was the price? 300 to 400? That's still too much. HG600s, HG650s. Be done with it.
Yeah, they're kind
I'm
of
still a
just
600 fanboy.
660s were on sale for about an hour the other day for 400 on Amazon.
Really?
just give it a
Yep.
couple of years and they'll be cheap.
They literally cost nothing to build. You gotta remember, you take apart a headphone, especially something like the 660s, where the entire structure is the same structure as every Sennheiser in that line. That's costing Sennheiser at fucking most with pads $4.
I mean, the only thing about the
I could be
660S
wrong, but
that's
aren't
expensive is the driver, and it's an HT700 driver.
Yeah, and the
Aren't the
driver,
700s cheaper right now? Am I wrong?
Probably.
I could be wrong.
Let's see. I mean, I think they discontinued them, didn't they? Yeah,
So,
they're like you can get them on well, from Sennheiser.
Cheaper.
Yeah, from Sennheiser they're $539. I will say this
So
though,
I don't see how
HT700 is a
they're
lot more
using-
comfortable.
HG700 is more comfortable?
I
Yes.
hated the
660,
HG700s. They're like 800s but smaller, which means they don't work. They just don't work.
On comfort, I would say they're better than 660S though.
I just don't see how they can charge this much for 660s if the next lineup, which is the 700, is actually less. So it's what's
I
the
wouldn't
argument
say
for
it's
it?
the next one up. It's a higher number, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's up from the 660.
Well, I mean,
660
considering how they named their whole pricing scheme, it makes total sense.
Yeah, but
You
the
don't name
580 is
pricing
better
scheme.
than the 600 and the 650.
I haven't. Where the fuck? You know what? June's here. Where the fuck is my Jubilees? Because I ordered those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sennheiser's naming scheme is way off because, like I said, the 500s are better.
Well, what's better is subjective, but yeah.
I mean, objectively the
As far as
580s are
comfort
better.
and weight, the 700s could go take a shit in a bus station for all I care.
The
The
700s weigh
headband
less,
is
don't
too
they?
heavy. They have
I'm just talking about like the
cups were
actual
weird.
pricing of like the 660, because like you're using the actual build architecture of the 600 and 650, and I'm sure you're not really changing the plastic. You might be, but I mean either way that shouldn't cost $300 more. And then you're using the driver that's retuned from the 700s. So where's your additional cost coming from? It doesn't make any sense. We're
It
just charging
comes
a premium because
from
it's new.
It comes from being a company that stays in business.
I keep seeing pictures of HD800, and every time I see it, it reminds me that I don't like HD800 that much.
Yeah, exactly. And H800s are like everyone knows what they are. Even if you're not a headphone person, you sort of go, oh, those are expensive and nice.
Yeah, no, I hate the kind of general thing, though, where everyone on YouTube, all the tech channels are just like, oh, HD800, that's the best headphone. And all the people that watch are like, oh, man, that's the most expensive, bestest headphone.
That's the Marcus Brownie fucking M50, M50X, M50's
right,
best.
and I hate it, because HD800, I don't really like it.
I despise the H800, and the S's were passable. But if you look at the review I did of the 660S's, it says Sennheiser's best headphone. It just says it. Just says it. That's the best headphone they make. It's maybe the HE1 counts, but I mean, does it really?
I have mixed feelings between the 660 and the 650 because the 660 is so harsh.
What? The 660 is
comparatively harsh. Sure,
the 660s are one of the only few cans that I threw money at them. I don't need more headphones. But I threw money at them because they image like stacks, and the detail they're throwing at me is detail I fucking want.
Right.
There's some other headphones that like throw a lot of detail at you, and it's like, ooh, my eyes, and you don't want it after a while. These I've never. Where are my 660s? I feel like switching to them now, just to piss you off.
Well, I mean, I don't dislike the 660s. I'm torn between them and the 650s.
I think against the 6XXs, just go with the XXs. Like 660s if you want total performance.
Well, here's the thing: the 660s aren't quite as level, too.
Here's the thing. Here's my opinion. 600s are still the golden boy of old Sennheisers. 650s people got, and they were nicer cable, and they had a little more width, and a little more bass, and but I never put them above 600s ever. And then the 660s come along, and it's like 600s, but everything turned 25% higher.
And with
a little bit missing more.
With like a dip around like, I don't know, for what is it? They have a big dip from what is it, like 6 to 8 or something, and then a spike again at 10, and they drop off, and there's no trouble.
I don't look at measurements. I just listen and smile,
Fair.
or listen and frown.
Fair. The 660 is good. It is good. I'm not saying it's not good. I look at it, and then I look at the price, and I'm like,
If you were given 660s and you had your 650s and 660s, you're just giving them.
I'd probably sell the 660s and keep the 6.
You can't sell them. You have to keep them both. That's the point. You're giving them.
No, I'm
You're
saying
not
that if I
poor in
was
this
just,
scenario.
if someone just gave me 660s, I would probably sell them and keep my 650s.
Oh yeah.
It's just how it is.
The 660s.
That being said, I don't think anyone's ever just going to give me 660s. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Somebody give him 660s now.
No, don't.
But he's not allowed to sell them. You have to write like DMS owns these, DMS dick was on these cans all over them.
I want to find some really cheap HD 700s that I can mod.
Why? Start with something actually good.
You haven't even heard of them, Josh.
I don't care.
I heard those.
You have to throw the entirety of the fucking structure away. There's nothing redeemable about HD 700s. The wire's crap, the fitment's crap, the weight is crap. The materials aren't even that nice. They look kind of cool, but they're not HD 800s, so they don't even fit right. HD 700s are the aborted baby of the Sennheiser lineup.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that, as far as me personally, they fit my head great. They're not particularly heavy. And there are some qualities they have that are very good. They have very good soundstage and very good imaging, but the problem is that the backside of the pads cause reflections that cause them to sound the way they sound, which is a problem with the housing. But I think it's fixable. I just never had enough time to really mess with them.
That's like saying, you know that you ever get into a Yugo and that knock the third cylinder has at like 4,000 RPM? I can fix that. I need to get a Yugo. No one needs to get that Yugo and fix that problem. No one cares. Move on.
But here's the thing: we all liked the M1060, but it needed to be fixed in the ringing.
No, I didn't. I'm fine with it. Got out of the box. I was fucking smiling. Then people send me things and it can get a little better, but I was smiling out of the box. And then the M1060 closebacks are great closed. And you open them and it's like, they're also great open.
I'm going to pick a middle ground here and say that the difference between the... So I didn't review the HG700s. I didn't have one when I was doing YouTube, and it was still in the beginning of like my, let's say, audiophile career, right? And I don't remember being impressed by anything with the 700s, whereas the M1060s, it's like, yeah, I can hear a little bit of that ringing and try and compensate with mods, but I liked everything else about it. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, I can ignore a 2% fault in a headphone if the 98% is massaging my prostate through my ears.
This guy commented to try modding the Nighthawks, which might be kind of interesting.
Oof, I don't... See, that's... What are you trying to accomplish with that, though? Because the Nighthawks are just so weird. Like, are you trying to get a neutral sound out of it? Because at that point, just buy another headphone. It's way easier than modding a Nighthawk. There are sometimes, like, you look at a headphone and how much you spent on it. If you're stuck with it and you can't sell it, then you have to mod it. But most times, you, like, look and say, what I'm trying to accomplish is accomplishable by selling this and buying this instead. Instead of just always modding everything all the time.
But mods, bro.
Yeah, but mods, bro.
My brain just chirped out. On the subject of that, and in the subject of like frequency responses to your ear and things of that nature, I don't know if you guys have tried the... I mentioned this to you, Z. I don't know if I mentioned this to you also, Josh, but the Omron Wireless, the closed-back Bears. Mm-hmm. I first tried them out and was like, oh, this is okay. And then I downloaded the app for them, and the app actually lets you do one of those hearing tests where you sit down for like 5-10 minutes and it just plays a bunch of sounds, and you press the button when you hear something and then press the button when you press another button when you don't hear something, and then it basically sends that profile to the DSP in the headphones, and then no matter what you plug the headphones into, they retain that tuning.
That's interesting.
It is kind of neat, and now that I've done that on them, I like them a lot more.
I mean, I have the Neurophones here, which are the ones with the little penis ears. It's literally, it's like IMs that you wear inside a closed headphone. It's the weirdest sensation. It feels like you're being licked. It's all right, but I don't think they do that. Although they must do that because they have an auxiliary port, so it must load it into the headphone itself. So yeah, it does do the same thing, but it's not like you're not asking questions. You just put it on and you hold still for 60 seconds, and then it's like, all right, it's saved. Huh. You can load different profiles with the app.
There's I don't know. I like the idea behind the Neurophone. I kind of hate their marketing. Every time I see their videos on Instagram where they're like, this is the most life-changing experience you're ever going to hear, and all this other stuff.
I'm glad I spent the $400 to buy them before they contacted me and sent me another pair for free. Because this way I could be like, look, I bought these with my money, and if I say they're shit, they're shit. They're not shit, though. Here's the thing. My biggest problem with the Neurophones is you hit the button on the app to turn off the adjustments, and it sounds like... I'm trying to imagine what's the worst, like if you put your head in a toilet and there were speakers in the sewer somewhere.
Oh, that's like they're intentionally gimping the sound.
It sounds like they're intentionally gimping the sound, and they say they're not because I've emailed them. And like, no, that's just what it's like without. And I'm like, all right. So what I got to do is I got to put them on like my fake ears. I got to put them on like the something that's not my head. Have it run the test, then listen on that, because they sound like $400 headphones when they're on your head. But when they're not on your head, when you switch that mode off, it just sounds so awful, so god awful that no correction is going to fix that. So I'm wondering if they're doing it on purpose.
Is this more due to the actual drivers themselves, or just a really good DSP?
That's the question. Well, the question is, how are they actually built? Because they have like the things that stick out and actually go in your ear. Then there's an entire cup that actually surrounds your ear with the silicone cup. So is there a driver back there and a driver in here? Is it a two-driver? I don't actually know how. I don't like to research into things. I want to know nothing about a headphone but how it sounds by putting it on my head and hitting play. So I'll find these things out right before I do the review so I could sort of explain it. But I don't want to know now. I don't want to be thinking about it for 2 weeks while I'm getting my review ready. I just want to listen and say, oh, it sounds really fucking good. And they do sound really good. It's just an odd sensation. And, I mean, I love the fact that when you literally take them off your head and the pads touch each other, it shuts off. When you pick them up and the pads come apart, they turn on. Like, there's no buttons. There's no control buttons. There's just one tap button on the side to, like, make it go. It's got good stuff in there. It's just... It's a weird package, and if they were trying to really sell, like, to an audience, they wouldn't have these silicone probes that fondle your ears lovingly. So, I mean, they're going for it.
I just feel like after a while that would rub your ears in a weird way.
It actually gets better. It rubs your ears in a weird way immediately. Like, I unboxed it, and I put them on, and I literally, like, you get that, like, shiver down your spine. You know when the doctor used to, like, stick his fingers in your ears and pull on your pants? Like that, like,
what?
Ooh.
Do we need to talk about something? Do we need to do a little therapy session?
I think we do.
Always. This podcast is my therapy session.
Oh, there you go.
No, it felt weird. It felt super weird putting them in. And then after 20 minutes, you forget the fact that they're doing that. It's like if someone else was putting IMs in your ears. Like, that would feel weird.
Oh, by the way, the guys from JDS Labs, they have another company or something like that, or they're working on another company, and they're making headphones.
Interesting. I have to get in contact with them because I really want to do that stack you have. They haven't contacted me since the old deck, and that was like a year ago.
Here, check this.
I want to know. I want to know what the Element DAC does.
They have an Indiegogo campaign, and they're making a hi-fi gaming headphone.
You know what that's called? That's called a hi-fi headphone that you market for gaming.
Right, essentially, yes. But, like, it looks very pretty. I'm going to put a link in Discord for you guys to see. And then I'm going to put a link real quick in the description of this video so that when people see it after it's uploaded, it'll be there too. There we go. Why did this just open?
I see a picture of a driver. I see a big fat headphone. Let me zoom into it, you bitch.
It looks pretty though, doesn't it?
I wish I could see it.
I don't know if this link is going to work in the chat, but I posted a link in the chat.
I love it when headphone companies are like, because gamers demand realism. It's like, so we're going to literally hire this Russian guy to come in and shoot you in the fucking chest next time you die.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Gamers don't really care if what they're listening to sounds
I have
good.
A video that I haven't released yet. I think I talked about it before, called Game Fidelity. And it just yells at gamers. I literally called them stupid right to their face. Like, hey, you have RGB on your shit? You're stupid.
Here's the thing.
Stupid.
The fact that something's RGB doesn't make it bad, but people buy things like Astros and stuff like that, and they're like, man, Astros are the best. Astros sound so good. The surround is amazing. There's nothing better. You know why? Because esports players use them. That's why they're the best. And I'm like, you need to stop. You just need to stop.
No. That's like saying, well, Bose is obviously the best because Super Bowl coaches are wearing them.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because they can't be seen wearing anything else, so they're fired.
Right.
Hold on.
What is that?
That is...
Sounds like a bunch of, like, dying turtles.
It's either dying turtles or drones.
That was people on bikes going by with kazoos. I'm just pointing that out. That had to be broadcast to the world.
They do look kind of like razors, only they look better.
I want to zoom into this picture every time I put my mouse over it. Just put words on it. Fuck!
Headband looks like KG, and then I'm not sure how I feel about the dotted cups.
I don't care for the dotted
cups. They're open back.
Are they open back? Because that's another thing. Gamers are usually closed back because if you've ever been to a LAN party, it's fucking loud screaming of assholes.
I think they said they're open back. I don't know. They sent me an email. I'm going to go look at that email.
There's not enough pictures on this. I need to see more stuff happening.
Yo, Dimas, did Matt from PerryApt hit you up about Rocky Mountain Audio Fest?
Nope. What'd they
You
say?
should go talk to him about it.
I should go talk to him about it?
I'll say it off air.
Okay.
I haven't heard
Just
about it either.
PM me
I'm
whatever it is you're talking
buddy.
about. Or
That sounds
send-
official as fuck, dude. Off air.
True.
We're not live.
Just send
to
me
the
a
world.
message and put it in the Discord that we're talking in, and I'll look at it there. I can't find it. I'm pretty sure they said that these are open back though, but I could be wrong. I might be insane. Oh no, semi-open, and
Yes,
it's
semi-open
made
means
out
basically
of
closed.
aluminum because it's being machined. Let's see, machined and assembled in St. Louis.
Yeah, but neodymium magnets are only available from China. Like literally, we can't mine the material to make neodymiums in any other place. So,
Hey, it's
welcome.
still cool though. Oh.
It is cool. I mean, look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't mind good headphone companies tricking gamers into buying good headphones by saying they're gaming headphones. I don't mind it. It's like, hey, everybody, we got the cure for cancer, and it's super rad. Just give them good shit. Stop with this bullshit. Make it cost $9 to make instead of $6 to make, because that's all it really takes from crap to good.
I hate
And
it when
sell
I
it
trip
under
and
any
fall
act.
into good headphones. Sucks.
Yep. I'm okay with it. They're just people will just buy any piece of shit that says gaming on it. So why don't you make some good shit that says gaming on it? And I'm really like the One Mores, the Spearheads. I really like them. They're not the most accurate, but they're not garbage. They're certainly not in the levels. I recorded. I did the sound demo for the Astro A40s, and I had to double check that I didn't have the goddamn measurement rig in mono, recording rig in mono, and put them on my head and that's how bad this. Like that's the worst imaging I've ever heard in a headphone. And it's like, and they're not that uncomfortable either, and there's no RGB. But it's like, what is this? Like literally anything for this amount of money from any other company would sound 6 times better.
I think the best imaging that I've ever heard under $1,000 is the T1, the Bear T1. Like I don't think
It's been a while since I've heard.
no one images like Bear does, and the T1, while it is at least the first gen was bright as hell, it was like there is nothing I've heard that images quite like the T1.
I
It's
go
just
out
insane.
on a limb and say the 660s are the best imaging headphones that aren't stacks. So there's that.
I don't know, man. I don't think 660 can compare to 1990 as far
I
as
felt
imaging.
like the 660 and the 1990 were very comparable for imaging. Although the 1990 is obviously wider in terms of soundstage, but within
Right.
the given range that they were very, very close. And I was A/B testing them because
You had them. I haven't. I had the 1990s 6 months ago,
yeah
8 months
yeah.
ago, and then the 660s 2 months ago, and I was like, oh, whoa.
But they're both damn good. And honestly, I think there are a couple of things that are a little bit more important than like the top 1% of imaging.
Right. I think that there is one area where the 660s beat out the 1990s, and it's comfort. And I think that's the only area.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what,
basically everything.
1990s are actually quite a bit more comfortable than the 1770s. I was kind of surprised.
1990s
Like,
are just
force,
kind of amazing.
pads, everything.
You know, it's really weird. On the subject of things like that, I've got the 990 Premium 600 ohm and the 880 Premium 600 ohm here, and I've been listening to them side by side and using them side by side, and the really subtle differences are very strange. Like, because the 880s have less bass for some reason, even though the 880s are a lot more level, because they have less bass, it's like the upper mids sound a lot more exaggerated, which is strange. I know. I don't know. I'm still getting used to it. There's one downside, and that's they hit a frequency that is painful to me, which is the same thing the HD800 does, which is why I have trouble with the HD800, is because that massive spike HD800 has at like 8K. And 8K is just like the pain frequency for me.
You know, in terms of actual frequency responses, maybe one of you could answer this because I certainly don't know. But why is it that whenever there's a big spike, there's almost always a dip before it? Is there a reason for that?
It's just the way the waves are forming in the driver usually. It's weird. I don't want to describe it wrong.
Is that porn? Come on, Zeus.
No, it's not porn. It's other things. It's like porn, but not.
I actually don't know the reason off the top of my head. I feel like I know some of the reasoning for it, but I'd have to look into that more.
I feel like
before
it's
I'd
a
be comfortable
resonance
explaining
thing
it.
where right, like when you turn up, if you ever do one of those experiments where you have a sound wave and you turn it up, it'll always level out right before it gets really high. It's just it can't do it.
But not everything has a dip before a
there's
spike.
Obviously, some mechanical. It just seems to be something that is very present in almost every large spike on any headphone. It's not on every single one, but anything that is like anywhere between 5 to 10 dB above average, there's almost always a huge dip before it.
Oh, is Metal 571 ever coming back? Yes, if he wants to. It depends on when he's free and if he wants to come back on and if he can put up with us. So there's that. Yeah.
Like if you look at frequency responses for the DT1990s, there's a huge dip between 4 and 5K, and then it dips, or then it jumps from that dip in 5K straight up to 7K. But there's that dip before it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, that does seem like a common thing.
times.
The biggest example of that's probably the HD 700 because it's like it goes into a canyon and then jumps back up. Or if you really just want to see a crazy, insano, just circus of ups and downs, go look at a Lear. Or actually, you know what? I think the T1 looks like that. Let me go check out the T1. At least the old T1. Yeah, just yeah. It's a big old spike. It's like a plateau almost. It like dips way down, then jumps way up, and it's just a flat, massive. It's up there. It's way up there. Good lord. But those headphones, there was something about them that was just. It was hard to listen to the first gen T1 because of how bright it was, but at the same time, it was hard not to listen to it because it just was so insanely. You could hear every nuance of everything.
The T5Ps, I think I like more than the T1s. T1s are good, but I think the T5Ps, the closebacks.
You didn't like the T5Ps, did you?
I like the T5Ps.
Did you? Which one is it that you hated?
Oh, the T90s. Oof. The T9 T990s.
I haven't heard the T5P.
T5Ps are good. T5Ps are my favorite closed headphone before the Ethers. Before the Ether Cs.
Wow. I need to ask Bayer if they'll send me the T1 because I really want to hear the new T1. Or not the new one, but like the most current generation of the T1. Because I've liked a lot of their stuff so far. I'm really interested to see what their highest offering is, especially if it's running in the same generation as the 1990s.
Yeah. It's hard to compare against, isn't it?
Oh, I'm so tired. Yes, it is. Jeez. I'm running on empty today.
You know what you need? Food. Or drink gasoline, one of those.
I don't think either of those. I don't know. I already ate. I don't think I want to do that other thing.
You could always try cocaine.
I don't want to do that either.
But
if I have money, I'm going to spend it on headphones. You listen here. If you don't want your kids to do drugs, just get them into hi-fi and they'll just never have any money for drugs.
Prevent drug addiction by getting your kids into music.
Yep. No, not into music, into hi-fi.
You know, music will make them want to do drugs. Hi-fi will make them not be able to afford to do drugs.
Yeah, hi-fi will make them want to do drugs but never be able to afford it.
That's a good. There's a T-shirt idea in there somewhere. Hi-fi because drugs are cheaper.
Ooh, here we go. Can a competitive FPS player play on an IEM instead of headphones and get good imaging, or is there no comparison in terms of separation and imaging? You can absolutely do it on a good IEM.
Yeah,
if you have like a custom IEM where God knows, like something like Campfires.
I took out the 1120s, the AudioFly 1120s with the XDSD from IFI, and I was playing Spotify off my phone because it's Bluetooth, the XDSD. I was playing Spotify off my phone because I trust Spotify. Hi-fi, running around. It was good. 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 And then I put on the FLAC that was literally on my phone through FooBar, and holy fuck, the difference. So no. Sometimes you just get that like knock that says, "Hey, Spotify Hi-Fi is not good enough." I mean, there's different music, but I mean, yeah, you could. I still say, well, if I get a VR headset, there's no way I'm strapping headphones on top of a VR headset. It's bad enough I have to wear headphones just to do my job. I'd probably either do iSigns with some EQ tweaks, or mini DSP tweaks, or just the audio flies. Which I'm either going for open or closed. I don't know if I want to be. I feel like I'd be really weirded out if I couldn't hear my environment and then couldn't see my environment.
Nope, just 2 words: Campfire Andromeda.
Campfire Andromedas are amazing.
They are. They are the most amazing.
You haven't heard the audio flies, so you can't judge those yet.
That's fair, but
They're
also
still my go.
I still stand by my statement that if I owned a pair of Andromeda, I would need nothing else.
Do it.
I cannot afford those. But
hands.
I could sell everything I have and not touch another pair of headphones if I owned Andromedas.
So why don't you do that? Why
because
don't you just sell everything you have and buy Andromedas?
You know what headphones I own? HD 650s. Literally everything else I borrow.
Pimp them out as the most expensive, amazing sound. Just say that you hand-built the driver on those HD 650s, and they sound better than any stacks. And then test them on your $100,000 Metaverse already.
Oof.
Zio slinging shit.
Honestly,
Just sell
though,
'em.
if I could sell enough things to get Andromedas, I would totally do it. I don't see this possible.
You know what you have a lot of, and your blood, your body, all your various holes are worth valuable on the streets.
Well then, does Spotify
There's
have
a
a
T-shirt on
hi-fi?
that too.
Does Spotify have a high res now?
They've been announcing like something. I'm assuming high res would just be lossless because they have hi-fi, which is 320.
Yeah, that's not very hi-fi.
It's hi-fi as you usually need to get. Here's the thing. I recently, not proudly, had to burn a CD for my car. All right? Shut the fuck up. I had to burn a audio CD for my car. And it was a playlist of someone I knew what they liked. I had their playlist, and I wanted to put these tracks for my car so we could drive around with her music. And I wasn't going to sit there and try to find and legally or illegally download every single track. Like, I needed like 30 tracks. So I just recorded Spotify through audio Audacity. I just hit record, and I had to loop back, and I had it set to maximum volume. And it was like 6 decibels under max. Spotify doesn't play loud because every song is 6 decibels under max, under zeros. So when I blew my mind. I'm like, wow, it doesn't even come close to clipping 0, not even on loud songs, which is in one way good, and in one way they're throwing away 6 decibels of dynamic range. Because if you're not getting near the top, then you mean your quiet's even quieter, and so if they fixed that, it would be better for the actual, because dynamic range is lost at that point.
It's not that it's lost, but you're going to get a whole lot of electronic sound if you're.
You got to push everything higher.
Exactly.
Like I know they don't want it to clip, but you got to push everything in the chain higher to compensate for that. And like I'm wondering, like if I've got headphones plugged in directly to my phone, it's not that loud. Then I switch to FLAC on FooBar, and oh wait, there it is. It's fine. Like even on Bluetooth devices, it's still down 6 decibels. 6 decibels is a big chunk of sound missing.
Yeah.
But I fuck Tidal because they're too expensive and their library sucks. Next.
Yeah, Tidal kept removing music that I like. Shh, be quiet, doggo. It's okay.
I think they're, if I'm not mistaken, they have about half the music that Google Play has.
Yeah, Google Play is what I've been using.
Google Play has the most of any streaming service, and it's CD quality.
I don't like their UI, but I like the amount of music they have. And
the only reason I liked Google Play is because they used to let you upload all your music, which I did. I did have all my FLAC was uploaded to Google Play, and it was streamable as MP3, which is great because I had some really weird shit that you'll never find, the weird anime soundtracks and game soundtracks, and even uploaded like recordings I accidentally had in my FLAC folder on like my Tascam recorder. So it was interesting to pull that up on any phone and hear like my voice come out of it. But
one of the big things that's been a benefit to me for Google Play is like currently I have an entire 6 gigabyte hard drive for music only, and I have I don't know how many songs it is now, but I have a lot of fucking music, and I can't load all of it even on FoodWire, or else my computer glitches out. So it's basically allowed me to keep all of my FLAC files on FoodWire as a playlist and separate that from the rest of my music, but use pretty much anything else, any MP3s, anything I want to look for, I can just use Google Play now. And it's good enough that, like, if I really find something that I really want a high quality version of, I'll go out and find. But if I'm just like listening to music on average, I'll just look at Google Play.
my life.
Here, I'm going to pull something between you two real quick. My dog very clearly needs to go outside and poop. So
It's funny, because I had to take a leak real bad, so I was going to abandon you and see if you didn't notice.
Well, I was going to say, do you two just want to run it for a minute while I take my dog to go poop? Or
Yeah, we got this. We got this. Come
Okay.
on, Josh.
All right, Puck. I'm going
I'll
to take
tell
you
you about
outside.
I'll tell you about what my day is like. Let me tell you what my day is like, Josh.
All right.
Why don't you
I've
go
watched-
piss so that you're happier?
Let's go outside.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
talk about
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6.
You keep the common folk happy.
Okay, all right. So Elder Scrolls 6 is supposed to be in like either Hammerfell or High Rock, from what everyone was kind of saying. And I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited about it. I know it's coming like 2 to 3 years out, but Jesus Christ, I've been waiting 7 years since 2011. 11/11/11 is the day I bought that game first time, and Skyrim at least. And I played it ever since. It's a kick-ass fucking game. It's probably one of my favorites. I made a video talking about things that I wish were either kept from Skyrim or added to Test 6. And one of the biggest things I was thinking about, and I think Camelworks made a video about this, was talking about verticality. Because there's almost no verticality to Skyrim in terms of, like, you know, in dungeons and in castles and stuff. Like, you might have an upstairs and a downstairs, but there's no really sense of vertical exploration. And I think that's both missing from Skyrim and something that could add this incredible amount of vastness to Elder Scrolls 6, as well as just creating like this whole other aspect that Skyrim didn't have. And from what I hear, I never played it, but I've heard that Morrowind had like a levitation fact or a spell to it, and it was able to add that verticality. So you had like sets of armor that were like not attainable unless you floated up through this crevice or whatever, which I think is awesome. And yeah, I'd love to see something like that in Skyrim. So let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. Morrowind was life, Oblivion was great. Skyrim's all that's left. That said, you still love it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next 6 years are going to be hyping over Elder Scrolls 6 leaks and rumors. That's true. That's exactly what happened. Even every year since Skyrim came out, everyone's been like rumoring everything about the next E3 that happened to be coming out that year. And I think Todd just fucking described it. Or not Todd, but like that Todd Howard guy.
Jim.
Kind of was all like shocked the shit out of us, because I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be at least next year or a year after that before they announced it. But they kind of like announced it. It's in pre-production right now, according to Todd Howard, and it's not in like actual production. So it's something that's coming out kind of later. It's not like we're getting it in November, which is obviously kind of sucks. Are you peeing right now?
Yeah, I'm just urinating right now on stream.
Lovely.
Whoop.
You filthy animal.
No, so here's my life. Ready? So everyone's been begging me to do the Atom Audio T5Vs, like their new line. So a month and a half ago, I buy a set using the Patreon money, $400. All right, I get them. I finally hook them up. They're fucking great. Like, they're great. So I put them in my living room. They're even better in my living room. So I'm like, fuck it, let's try the T7Vs. They're $500 a pair. I figure I'm going to sell them in a yard sale. Probably keeping the T5s. Maybe the T7s will be all right. I'll sell those. T7s are all right. I haven't used them much in the desk. I moved in here today. So I spent $900 on T5s and T7s, And today, I get the email from Adam Audio saying, "Hey, you want to try a new 2-series?" And it's like, ah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them I bought their monitors to review them, and if they want to send me something from their higher end line, that'd be much appreciated. See how well they play games.
Is smart.
Yeah, well, Zeos is out $900 that he could have spent on, I don't know, hookers and blow. Mostly hookers.
Yeah.
Hookers that I'm eating because I'm a cannibal. Well,
I feel like if you pay enough for a hooker, they bring the blow for it, you know?
I would hope so, man. Just at least a little bit. And now
Especially
I have to
like
answer
pack
that
deals.
email. So that's going to be an email. It's like, hey, we saw you like KRK speakers. Meanwhile, I gave the KRK, it's like a review. But apparently it's also...
Maybe they just have selective hearing. You're like, they look nice, and they're like, done. He loves them.
Well, you know what? They're in the same price bracket as that. Because that's what it was. It's always cheap monitors. But now I got those fluids that I reviewed. There's $1,100 a fucking pair. And they have real benefits and real quirks. So I'd like to know what something competitive to that would do from Adam. Because everyone on Earth, they suck Adam's dick and they suck Genelex. Genelex dick has not been sucked at least 3 times a day in my presence.
Quick question. When companies use your YouTube reviews on their website, do they ever ask, or do they just use it?
Here's the thing. I've only seen 1 or 2 companies actually place it on the website. Micah had it embedded, and I'm pretty sure SVS tweeted about it. But I mean, I curse a lot, so I don't think they're gonna go full fuck. They just want the numbers.
Right.
I'm back.
Hello.
Bye.
My dog did the thing where she pooped, and that's that.
And did you eat
okay?
it? Did you fry it up?
No.
Does she shit hard? Most relevant time we've actually used that.
That actually counts because it's a she. It's even a she.
Aha!
No, actually, she shit very soft.
All tender like.
Was
I had to pick it up.
Was there any banana plugs in it?
No, but there was a little bit of like some sort of string where I think she ate something with fabric in it.
Not ever. I think we should not ever. Just not ever.
My old dog used to fucking eat and shit out whole socks. It was disgusting.
We're getting very off topic now, but we're also encroaching on an hour.
Poop.
So I kind of expect this.
Poop.
That's what happens when you have 3 tired guys. You just go off talking about dog shit.
No, we're all
Poop.
exhausted today.
I didn't put my air conditioners on, and that was because I did a live stream, and I'm like, the windows are open. It's nice out. And it is nice out, but it's like 78% humidity. So I'm just like, I'm dying.
Yeah,
on the
no,
inside.
I have my air conditioning set to like 75, and it's still like hot as balls in here.
75 is even high. I wouldn't. If I had air conditioning, it'd be 70 flat.
Yeah, but see, it's been like 100 here.
Jesus, dude. No thanks.
And very high humidity.
You know what I hate about hot weather is that
It's
I
hot.
sweat so. Well, yeah, but I start sweating at about 80 degrees. And if I start sweating, if it's hotter than 90, even if I go inside, I literally never stop sweating. It's the worst thing ever.
Oof.
It's just the humid air just gets to me no matter where I go.
Tell us about how your taint is. Please don't. Please don't. We're done with this topic, please. No poop and taints and sweats, no.
That's probably... Maybe we should wrap it up then. Because I'm kind of brain dead because I barely slept last night.
Actually, we should...
Outside of podcast, we all hate each other, so...
Oh, yeah, no.
Clearly.
It's a little awkward.
I've sent nothing but packages full of broken glass covered in AIDS blood to ZMS.
Yep. And being the poor person I am, I eat them.
He has to eat them to sustain himself.
Yeah. Clearly.
DMS, please send me argons. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I actually
it.
have those out and boxed up to send you. I just haven't done it yet.
Thank
I'll
God.
get my stuff back. You get Argons. Do the Mark IIIs?
Yeah.
I gotta pay Ryan because I told him I'm buying the set, and he's like, "Yeah, that's great. Keep them." And I'm like, all right, how do I pay you? It hasn't given me the thing to like pay him directly. 'Cause I'm not going to do it through the site. So I want to pay the man for his goddamn work. Pay the man for his work.
Because they're great.
They're on my wall, proudly on my fucking wall.
Anyway, okay. We're rambling.
We're randling.
I don't know
Sorry,
what we're
Randall.
doing. We're ending it. That's what we're doing. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
And if we don't, we died.